Next topic is where should Damian Lillard go?
Okay. And everybody's going to crucify me for this, but I'm fine with it. And maybe I'm not the biggest basketball buff in the world, but I watch the sport and I like the sport. But I think that Dame Lillard should stay where he is.
Freezing cold take. No, I'm just playing.
He should stay where he is. Because look at, right now, he wants to go to Miami. And that's fine and dandy. But there's no assets to get back for Dame right now. And that's kind of where they are. He don't want to go nowhere else. So what you going to do?
I feel
just
like
play out the rest of your contract and then figure it out from there.
He'll be too old. But at the same time,
33, 34?
But I mean, you got to look at the average, like, guard. That he's a shooter, but if you look at his track record these last few years, nagging injuries, and that start to pile up to be big.
So that's
injuries.
why Miami is like, well, we won't,
That's why they try. I think it's the psychological piece of like,
Portland's like that, yeah.
We're gonna offer you this. We're gonna offer you a couple picks in Tyler Hero.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what the package was like. And maybe they got Kyle Lowry in there somewhere and a couple picks in Tyler Hero, but I think really Miami wants to keep Tyler Hero. I think it's advantageous for them to do that.
It is.
And because they really need that point guard position. And that's it. And Dame is the missing piece for that for sure. But it's just the package ain't making sense. So he need to stay where he at.
To me, I feel like with Portland, that's a move you have to make.
They don't have to do anything.
You don't have to, but if you want to do right by your players and get players to come there, you got to do right by Dame because he's the only player that's been willing to stay there that long.
Yeah.
So that's one. Two, I would take the deal to get Kyle Lowry and Tyler Hero there to mentor those young guys because you need somebody to mentor Scoot that's a champion, and nobody else on the Miami Heat is a champion. Aside from Kyle Lowry, at that point they went to the finals. But I mean, obviously he didn't do crazy.
Kawhi championship.
I mean, he played his role, but he's still the greatest Raptor there is. But I mean, you want a guy like that in your organization that's willing to do whatever. He came off the bench last year, so he's willing to do whatever. And you want to build a culture in Portland that nourished their player.
Yes, and I think that he can really just. And I know you're saying I'm saying give it a chance. He's been giving it a chance for 10 years now.
Yeah.
But I think with Scoot and Cam Reddish and
Reddish on the Lakers.
I'm sorry, not Cam Reddish. Anthony Simons. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about Cam Reddish for some reason. I'm just playing with him. But anyway, with Anthony Simons and Scoot, I think you can try to gain some momentum in that Western Conference because I think it's going to be closer than we all think the Western Conference is.
I think
you probably get a play-in shot. Maybe you get an 8 or 7.
It depends because when you look at
is play-in anyway, but
when you look at the back half of the conference, you got to look at the teams that didn't make it last year, and that was New Orleans. That was Oklahoma City. Okay. And Oklahoma City is going to rock. Oklahoma City will probably finish 4 to. They're gonna probably finish. Hell, I'll even say 3.
Ooh.
3
I think
to 6.
I think the Kings take that one.
I mean, my top 3 teams will probably be, no particular order, to be Nuggets, Suns, and then probably be Kings or
the Lakers. Or you got Thunder.
I might go Thunder. It's not even
bullish
that.
On the Thunder.
It's the reason I'm bullish on the Thunder is due to the fact that of what they put together. So they invested a roster
they got
spot.
One star.
I mean, that's really in this day and age, you really can get by with 1 star and then
tell Boston and not pay.
I mean, but a lot of people they think big threes but if you look at Denver, it's really 1 mega star and then you got and then you got Jamal Murray who he fluctuates between superstar and star,
on the bubble,
but he's not all star. So I had to say star because he's not an all star yet. So
which is crazy.
It's crazy.
He could have made all star this year.
He could have, but he's on the cusp of all star. I feel like you have to get voted on as all star to be there, even though it's a popularity contest. For the first 5 picks, the last half of it is picked by players and coaches. So I think He's a star, but you can really have a team built like that and win. I think the team is built around SGA, and it's really like my comments are really contingent on his arrival. And I think with him being in the Western Conference, being mentored by Chris Paul, he took a leap and averaged 30 last year. You know what I mean? They mean players that I think it was only him and Embiid that averaged over 30 last year. So
crazy.
And then the main piece that was there to solidify that was Chet, and he got hurt. So with adding Chet to that, you solidify what you built. You got your both Jalen, you got Jalen Williams, then you got your Josh Giddey, and you have your players now mesh it together, and that's what.
And you think the coach can just button it all up for them?
They've been building on. I mean,
they've been
Mark
playing
Daigneault or something like that.
Yeah, they've been playing close each year. They made the playoffs with Chris Paul, and then they kind of took a step back after losing them, but they've been on the cusp there. But I think it'll look more like the expectations. I mean, like the unexpectations, but like the unexpected turn that the Kings took. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Because most people didn't expect De'Aaron Fox to make that leap that he made
at all,
and most people didn't expect the Sabonis thing to work like it did. Because when they traded Tyrese Halliburton, everybody was like, "What the heck? Like that's crazy." Like,
and now he's killing it in Indy.
Killing in Indy, and they think he's Reggie Miller reincarnated. I think it's a reach. I think he's great. And he'll be a great PG. But I think he's different.
Yeah, I think he can create his own star there. Like if he stays there for the long run and keep playing like he was playing last year, I really think he can be his own Reggie Miller, if you will.
Yeah.
You know? So,
but I mean, that's just me saying something like
exciting for the Thunder. But in actuality, it'll probably be Nuggets or Phoenix in the 1-2. Then you'll probably have the Kings or Warriors in 3-4. Then Lakers in 5. 6 will probably be Thunder. Then you'll have the rest of the league fighting for 7 through 10.
Right.
So that's pretty much what I'm seeing. But I can see with like injuries and like.
Yeah, and it's just hard to tell. Like, you know, right now, and then you can always put the if everybody stays healthy thing, but injuries are a part of the thing, are a part of the season. You got to take into consideration the history of the injuries too. Mm-hmm. So like that's why I would put like a Golden State in the 6 or 7 potentially next year.
I'm sure, but like the Clippers too. Clippers will probably be like
play in.
No, I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be fine. I just think they back half
because
healthy.
With the health topic too, you got to look at New Orleans. If Zion is committed and he stays healthy, you got Bi, you got Herb Jones. That's a good team.
It's a
they
great
was
team.
First place for a month, like you know.
It's a great team, but I don't think it's nothing earth.
I don't think they're first place. I'll never be like, you know, oh, here we go run the table.
6 through 8.
Yeah, I mean, like realistically, that's for sure.
I expect them to play like they did the first time play Phoenix.
They just have to stay healthy, man. Like
I think they'll give with the way that team is built. I think they could give the Nuggets problems.
Oh yeah,
because it's like. It's length, passing lanes. You're agitating Jokic. You really can't do it. They don't have a big man to go.
They play quick too. They can play. No, they can play quick too, which I like. And to me, Denver, just looking at them in the finals, and not really being like I never played basketball or anything like that, but I just felt like Denver played a little slow. So I feel like their speed. They can really like take advantage of Denver.
So it's very unique because Denver gives you a great two-man game because of how Jokic sets the screen and hands off the ball. Murray can run around, and it's his facilitation. It's like you don't see that in a big man. So when it's like you're looking at this big man just moving the ball wherever it needs to go, corner, post, cutting man, back to Murray. Like he's doing whatever he wants to do. He's controlling the game. I mean. It's too many teams to really pick who you like. Pick anybody that's gonna be there,
right?
Because again, the Mavericks loaded up a little bit, got a little better.
Well, they got
Timberwolves, I mean that's a good piece for them because they need that defense and that shooting. They needed that. because they gave up. Dang, I was gonna say the wrong name. They gave up Dorian Finney-Smith,
Yeah.
but he was their defender.
Right.
So then you didn't have that. Now you,
Where is it? Brooklyn now, I think.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So it's like when you think of the West, I think it's going to be super competitive.
That's
East,
another team, by the way, too. Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn
That
is definitely going to be better than most people think. I think Ben is going to actually be good again to a certain extent. I think he's going to play more confident. They have reports saying he's healthy, but
Yeah.
I think he can. I think he's going to play well.
So am I.
I think he has no expectations here in Brooklyn.
Right.
It's free basketball.
Yeah, they got rid of all the big three thing.
no
They just want to be better than they were. So yeah,
It's just improve as you can. It's
Right.
You don't have superstars that have egos or that have demands that you be great. You
Right.
just do what you can for us to compete, and that's the energy that they're giving you. That's what you
right.
get when you have Mikal Bridges as your guy and Cam Johnson as your guy. You got two guys that's been counted
Nick
out.
Claxton.
Nick Claxton, like he has nothing but space and opportunity. If you look
Right.
at this, Spencer Dinwiddie, Mikal, and then Cam, they just shooting the lights out.
Man.
So he can just move. He don't have to shoot. He can just go to the
Right.
paint. So he's gonna be a point guard. He can play the four.
True.
Like,
And he facilitates well.
Facilitates great.
Man,
Just-
you know,
Some people just don't live up to the
that's
expectations.
actually exciting to watch them, and then the Knicks too.
The Knicks are interesting. I think another thing that's good, like to see develop, is this.
Cleveland situation with Donovan
Yeah.
Mitchell. See if he's
I don't
resigning
really,
or not.
I don't really believe in that team,
Man,
even with him.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's
It's missing something. It's missing. I think it's just
size in the backcourt. They're both kind of small for the. I think Donovan Mitchell's like 6'1".
Yeah. Yeah, they got
Darius
Darius Garland's 5'9". Yeah,
So I mean, it's tough. So
yeah.